Hi everyone, Greeno here. Welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. I'm up in the Baltic region again. I've just come across another potential achievement that we can go for. It's called the Grand Tour. Basically what that is 5 different jobs. You need to do perfect deliveries. That means no fines, no crashes. We know that's not my forte, but we'll give it a go. And that's 5 different jobs across various international borders. I only came across this because I happened to do a little job between Latvia and Lithuania, and it gave me 1 out of 5 for that achievement. So today we're going to try and see if we can pick up a second one. We're down in Lithuania at the moment. That means we've got to find a job to Russia. Let's go see what we can find. And so here is our job. We're going to take some luxury SUVs from Klaipeda, where we are sat currently, and take that up to Pskov in Russia. You can see that is just over the Russian border here. What I decided to try and do was just get into Russia. We will explore a little bit more of the country a bit later on, but I thought the shortest possible drive to try and get a job for this achievement is probably the better idea than heading up to St. Petersburg now and adding another 4 hours onto the journey where I might pick up some fines. So I'm going to go and get this hooked up, get underway, and we'll catch up in a moment. Okay, so we are on the road. It's a little after 2 AM on a Sunday morning. So still dark, clearly. I just navigated my way out of Klaipeda. Not a very complicated city to get out of, but I took it extremely carefully. I really don't want to mess up this job for the sake of a speeding fine or a little ding. That's something I'm going to have to be really, really careful of. The speed limits around here change very, very quickly and with very little warning. So I'm probably just going to really err on the side of caution with this drive. Take it nice and steady, no rush. And just try and make sure we do it all properly. I've got about 4 hours, I think, left in the old sleep meter at the moment. So I'll probably just push on for a couple of hours. And then find somewhere to sleep and come back in the daylight. Okay, it's a little after 4 AM now. I haven't stopped to sleep yet, obviously.
At the roundabout,
Taking things really steady. There's been a bunch of these little roundabouts around, and they always scare me. The AI vehicles are pretty unpredictable.
exit now.
So you never quite know when one is going to pull out of one of the junctions and just smash into the side of you unexpectedly. So, yeah, that's kind of a little bit of a problem with me needing this perfect drive. Hopefully we're just going to see some nice highway driving. Yeah, without too many issues with the AI cars and trucks and what have you. But as you can see, I am going as steady as possible. We're on an 80km/h road and I'm doing about 60. Normally I'd be sort of 80, 85. So going really, really careful. Hopefully make it all the way to Russia without a single ticket.
Keep left.
So I've just made it across the border from Lithuania into Latvia, and straight after that was a petrol station with
Go straight
a
on.
parking space where I could take a rest. So I've availed myself of that, fully refreshed now. It's a little after 3 PM, looks like a beautiful afternoon here in Latvia. As I mentioned in previous episodes, the scenery around here is a little kind of nondescript. It's just pretty flat, not particularly interesting. But it's always a bit nicer when it's a sunnier day, isn't it? So I think I'll enjoy this while the sun is shining. There are some fairly ominous clouds ahead, though, so whether we're going to see any rainfall this afternoon, I don't know. And a couple of hairy incidents on a couple more of those roundabouts while I was still back in Lithuania.
Keep right.
One where a
And then
white
exit.
van man just decided to dart out right in front of me, but I managed to pull the anchors on quick enough to avoid hitting him. Not come that close to anything approaching a speeding fine, but I think that's because I've basically been driving 20 kilometers an hour below the speed limit as much as I can. So whenever there is a drop in the speed limit, I'm pretty much already there anyway. So yeah, it's all going pretty smoothly so far, touch wood. Anyway, let's crack on. It's just a straight shot across Latvia here now until we hit the Russian border, I think. Well, we've got about 3 hours left of the drive here. Scenery was getting a little more interesting, a bit more forested as we head a little further east, which is quite pleasant. I just wanted to talk a little bit more about that garage conundrum that I was going through in the last episode. I had a really good couple of ideas from some of the comments section. Tim Spencer mentioned it would be a good idea to think about having the next base in a port city, giving Rotterdam as an example. Obviously that gives you routes into the UK and whatever for jobs, plus obviously all of mainland Europe, so that's definitely something under consideration. And Gary Turpey came up with a really good idea, which was expanding whichever is the most profitable base, which right now is the Gdansk one. And you'll remember there was that underperforming driver we have sat in Leipzig. He suggested maybe it'd be an idea to move her to Gdansk and fill one of the slots there if we expand the garage there. So we can just see whether it is just a problem with her being based in Leipzig and there aren't enough decent jobs around there, or whether it is more of a problem with her and we need to think about replacing her. So I'm kind of minded to try that first. I think we're going to have enough money at the end of this episode. We've got 157,000 euros in the bank right now. I think we need 180,000, but of course we're going to get whatever we get in about 2.5 hours time for this job. Plus if anyone else chucks some money in the bin while we're doing that. So I think come the end of this episode we'll probably have a look at doing that. And then we'll see over the next couple of episodes if it makes a difference to her performance. If not, we can always get rid. We keep the truck, of course, and we'll just bring in a new driver. So, yeah, so I appreciate all the thought and the comments that we had on that. Very, very helpful. Anyway, 2.5 hours to go. I'm not quite sure how far it is to the Russian border. Probably about another hour and a half, I would guess. So I'm just going to mooch on nice and steady. The Russian border I'm expecting to be a little full-on, being a non-EU border. So, uh-oh, we've got train tracks here as well. At least the barriers aren't coming down. That's good. Oh, look at that. 30 zone. Oh, we were lucky to get away with that then. A speeding ticket there would not have been welcome. I really have got to pay attention. Actually, that's one thing to be careful of once I get into Russia. If you remember when we were in Kaliningrad, the speed limit in the little towns and villages was only 40 rather than 50 everywhere else. So definitely need to pay attention to that. Anyway, let's truck on. Okay, so we are now approaching the border with Russia. We just snuck into a little corner of Estonia by the looks of it. Because the speed limits on the roads changed and everything, so... But we are going to go super, super, super careful through here. We've had loads of problems at these more complicated border crossings before. So, we are not going to take any risks at all. Nice and steady. It's a 30-kilometer speed limit through here. Don't think we have to do anything at this little point here. Particularly. Oh, hold on. We need to go that way. Oh, no. Is there anything behind us now? Oh, will it just let me through this point here, or am I going to have to reverse back out again? That would be a real problem. Let's see. Doesn't want to let me through, does it? Uh-oh. Right. Problems. So let's try and reverse back out of here without crashing into anything or anyone. Oh, I could do without this. Of all the times to do something stupid like this, huh? When I can't afford to hit anything or anyone. Right, anything coming that way? Can't really see. Come on. Try and avoid taking that sign out as well. Not sure if hitting signs is a problem or not. Phew, we negotiated it. Oh, that was a bit of fun, wasn't it? I wouldn't be letting me through this customs point if I was them. Can't even drive in the right lane. Come on, this is taking a while. They obviously don't like the look of me. Oh, there we are. They're happy to get me out of their country by the looks of it. Okay. Phase 1 completed somehow. Oh, it's a 20 mile an hour zone, 20 kilometre an hour zone here now, so slow down, don't get a ticket. Okay, that's gone up to 50. Oh, this is stressful.
Ready to turn left.
This is stressful. Right, so we've got to go left here.
Turn left.
Now it's a 40 zone. So we've got little green points up there. Any here? Yeah, there we are. So let's just drive straight into this one here. Oh, it's 20 again. Goodness me, the way the speed limit's changing this little bit is bonkers. Just keep it all one speed. There we go. Checking the documents on the Russian side now. Is everything in order? Are you happy, Mr. Putin? Yes, indeedy. Okay. Sure nothing's coming that way that's going to hit me. God, this is awful. Alright. I said it was 40 then, for some reason. It's only 20 still. So, we're going to take it steady as we can. Nothing coming that way, hopefully. Have we made it through the border crossing? I think that's everything we need to do. Thank God for that. Right. So we've got about half an hour left to go. I'm going to very slowly hootle along, get my blood pressure back down again a little bit. We'll catch up when I get close to the end. So this is Pskov. Very typical Soviet-looking town here, isn't it? The outskirts, all the panel buildings. We've only got a couple of kilometres left to go. 3, I think, in total there, so
Turn left.
I'm not quite sure what the regulations are on Russian roads, so they're going to be something new for us to learn. But hopefully we won't have to deal with anything too out of the ordinary at this point. There we are, we can go now. Round this corner, and then it's just up the road. So these variable speed limits in Russia are absolutely insane, mind, so they're something to really keep an eye on. They're hard work, that's for sure. But thankfully, in spite of that absolutely dismal performance going through the Russian border, up to this point, with just 2 kilometres left to go, this is a completely clean job. So we've not picked up any fines of any kind. Not far to go now. I'm going to take it nice and steady just in case the speed limit does
and then turn
dip.
left.
Okay, keep left. Here we go. Go on, traffic lights. Turn green.
Turn left.
So yeah, this does look like a pretty nondescript kind of city, doesn't it, Scov? Not going to be high up on my list of tourist destinations by the looks of it. But someone around here must be doing okay, though, because we've got a truckload of
Turn right.
luxury SUVs that we're taking here, so there must be a little bit of cash around somewhere.
Turn right.
Okay, get ready to turn right. This is the delivery point here.
Turn right.
And it looks like we've made it. Now, I think after all the stress of
Here we are.
getting through that border point, I'm pretty much minded to do the simple parking. Right, let's just see what we've got here. So, the difficult one, yeah, I'm going to leave that because that's going to park up in between some trucks. We're just going to take the easy one, get it over and done with. I say easy, look at it, it's right here, so it's not that easy. Really get around here pretty tight, but without hitting the trailer on anything. So that's not going to be too easy. I think we've just about managed the first part. Anyway, can we get it straight enough to actually get given the parking job? I don't think we have. So we're going to have to do a little bit of reversing anyway. Just to get it back into the slot. God, nothing's ever simple, is it? That should hopefully give it to us. No. Maybe we've just gone a bit too far. Could be it. So let's get it nice and straight and we'll just back up until the lights turn green. There we go. Phew! So, hopefully, there is no reason for it not to give me that second achievement. So I did just see it pop up on my screen. It's behind my head. Achievement progress, Grand Tour 2 out of 5. And as you can see there, we've done pretty well. We've got 27,000 euros out of that. So let's see where that leaves us. 185,000. Okay. So that does just about give us enough, I think, to upgrade the garages. Now let's go and see if we can work out how to do this. Okay. So here we are in the garage manager. We only have 2 trucks in Leipzig currently, 3 in Milan, 3 in Gdansk. Like I say, I'm kind of tempted to add a bit more on in Gdansk. I mean, I know it shows as not so profitable here, but I think that's because it's kind of new and we got some new drivers here who aren't racking in as much cash as other people. So I think it probably makes sense to upgrade that one rather than Milan. So let's see if we can do that now. So that would give us an extra 2 slots. Oh, it's only 100,000 for that. Okay. I thought it was going to be another 180, so that makes it an even easier decision. So we do want to upgrade that. What's happening here? Is it going to show us a nice little cutscene of the new garage? I guess so. There we go. Oh, look, we've got an extra floor now and everything. This is pretty swanky. I don't actually see any... Oh, there's the garage doors. I was going to say, I don't actually see anywhere to park the trucks. But, yeah, it's looking a little better than the first place we had. So that's pretty cool. Nice bit of space inside there. Yeah, happy enough with that. That's cool. Okay, so now all I've got to do is try and work out how to move the driver and the truck out of Leipzig and there. So let me see if I can work that out too. So I've gone into the truck manager now and found the truck, the Mercedes that's being driven by Simona, which is the one we want to try and move. It actually looks like she's been doing a little bit better than when we were together last. But we're going to do this anyway. And we can always put new drivers into Leipzig at a later date anyhow. So we're going to move that truck here. I think I then need to move her separately. They don't come as a package, so that's moved. And as you can see, there's no driver there. So I need to go to the driver manager. And here's Simona without a truck. So she needs to relocate. And we pick Gdansk here. And there's that truck of hers. Click on OK. And so now you can see here, Simona has moved and the truck to Gdansk. So hopefully that's going to help her rack in a few more interesting and well-paid jobs. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It got a bit hairy around that Russian border, didn't it? But other than that, I played it very, very safe. And I'm really pleased that I've got 2 out of those 5 jobs done for the achievement. The next job I do will probably be again for that achievement, leaving Russia. I think I can go to Estonia or Finland or something next as part of that. I'll have to check. But yeah, that's going to be the next episode. So, if you did enjoy it, please drop a like on there for me. And if you've got any comments about this episode or the series as a whole so far, I would love to see them below. And don't forget, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, click on that button and come and hop on the Greeno bus. Don't forget to ding your bell for notifications so you get to know when the content drops. Anyway, it just remains for me to thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon for some more Euro Truck Simulator 2 action. Bye for now.